Okay, so first video for the brand new channel, and I was planning on doing something very different to this, but we have Pixel 6 renders to look at, so let's head upstairs and take a look at those.
Okay. Right. Okay. Pixel 6. Now, I will just say to start with, I am probably a little bit biased when it comes towards Pixel. The 2XL was probably my favorite phone of all time in regards to Android. I had the 1XL, I had the 2XL. I skipped Generation 3 altogether. Pretty much skipped Generation 4 as well until Google very kindly chucked me a Pixel 4a just before the release last year, which I've been very happy with. So, first image that we have here shows us the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6X Pro. Not XL, it's Pro. Oh, another Pro phone that's probably not Pro. We'll get into that in another video sometime. But the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. So, clearly a very different design language to previous Pixels. We've had the same sort of design from Pixel 4 to the Pixel 5. Very similar looking designs. And we've got a big change again. So this sort of reminds me a little bit of the Nexus 6P, which is a phone I did own for a little while. It was actually my other half's, and she gave it to me for a bit when I was transitioning from Windows Phone. Rest in peace. So yeah, that reminds me of the hump at the top of the 6P, and it's like it's been sort of shifted down the phone a little bit. And then you've got this nice little coloured accent on there, which I really, really like. And then that sort of panda looking, it's almost like a cross between the Panda 2XL and the Pixel 4 sort of black-white design. I really like it. I really like it. And obviously on the I nearly said XL again. I'm sorry. I need to just focus. It's Pro now. Similar sort of design. We've got an extra camera as well, which is probably, you know, telephoto or wide. It's ultra wide, depending on which they decide to cut out this time on the smaller phone. Bit more of color on the Pro. Bit more of a forehead, and this color's slightly off white, which is a little bit more like the Pixel 3s. I prefer the brilliant white more so, but yeah, again, I quite like the design choices. It very much seems like we've gone back to the metal and glass build, you know, the more premium builds, which is to be expected. It looks like they're targeting more of a premium range again. We've got the rumored Pixel watch there as well, which could be very, very interesting. We'll have to wait and see what news comes out of that. But looking at the Pixel 6 from this angle, I really like the shape of it. It looks a little bit more sort of rounded on the sides, and this looks quite interesting here because there's a really strange gap there, and I kind of feel like maybe it could be a slider, having your notifications on to go in silent or just vibrate, whichever you prefer. But I would like that. Whether that's just something that's part of the render, it doesn't actually materialize, we'll have to wait and see. Just like everything else in this, it is a render. We haven't seen the real images yet, even though the claims are that these renders are from images, real images. We'll have to wait and see. So we did see another color as well here, which is more of a sort of champagne color, very sort of premium, fancy jewelry sort of looking color. Actually, it looks quite nice. I don't think that's sort of something that I would go for myself. It's almost like having a gold iPhone. It's a little bit too flashy. I can see people digging that. I personally would like more of a color, like the orange. I do like the orange a lot. I'm hoping there'll be other variations on color. Maybe we'll get an all black version as well. I'm sure. So a shot here as well with showing the front of the phone. We have the punch hole camera. Ugh. Not a fan of punch holes. Again, we'll talk more about these things in future. The screen looks like it does have a bit of a curve to it, not like a, you know, not like one of those crazy curves you used to get on Samsungs a little while back, or on the Huawei's recently. But it looks like it's got a slight curve to it, which is all right. You know, I would prefer a flat display, but having that slight curve is not really too big a problem. But let's face it, what people really want to know about is the cameras. How big an improvement this brings to the camera experience. I think that's what most people are excited about. I mean, I remember getting the 2XL, and it was leaps and bounds better than everything else. And we've barely had a change in the camera sensors and the lenses being used with the Pixel line since then, and the images still compete with everything else out there. And I'm really excited to sort of see what Google can do with this sort of hardware. This is sort of what we've been asking for some time now. So really excited about that. I'm all for the design changes. It's not for everybody. Some people, it'll be a bit of a Marmite thing. Sorry if you don't get the reference, but I love it or hate it kind of design. And yeah, I've just got to hope that they bring some other features to the phone that would be, yeah, appreciated and worthy of the Pro moniker as well. That's something that is a bit of a bugbear for me. I know it is for some other people. You're going to put a Pro, professional on the end of a name. Make sure it's Pro and it actually has some Pro features at least. Not like iPhone Pros. It's just not the correct use of the term. The only Pro phone is a Sony Xperia Pro, but we'll talk about things like that later on. Also worth noting as well, we've got the in-screen fingerprint sensor now. So no rear-mounted fingerprint sensor. Other things to expect, probably faster charging. I'm hoping for something like 33 watts, something like that. That'll be perfectly fine. And obviously a bigger battery, because the Pixel 4 line suffered heavily for that, especially in reviews. That was probably the main gripe for a lot of people. Other than that, we know that the chipset, the SoC in there, is going to be, or likely to be, Whitechapel, which is the code name for their own in-house silicon that they're developing with Samsung. It's good to see that they're doing that, but it is a first generation hardware thing that I'm always a bit worried is going to turn out to be a bit of a dud. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's the Pixel 6. I'm not going to talk about it too much more because we've got a poorly dog downstairs and I want to, you know, go and look after him. But yeah, we'll definitely talk some more Pixel 6 soon and Pixel 6 Pro. But yeah, what do you think? I don't think the phone's ugly. I think it's different. Yeah, not sure about it being Pro though, but we'll have to wait and see on that front. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments. Do you think it's ugly? Do you like it? Will you be getting one? Or will you be more likely to just get something that's out at the moment, like a Pixel 4a 5G, Pixel 5, maybe even the Pixel 5a that's supposedly coming along as well? As I say, let me know in the comments. I'm Dan. This has been Grounded Tech. See you all in the next one.